Hey everybody. Well, I saw a story in the news the other day that I have to talk about this. This is just ridiculous. You know the Rosetta space mission? You know, the one that sent a spacecraft thing to follow 67P, the cheapest comet out there. And it was also sending down Philae's little lander. Now, as it turns out, the lander had a couple of landing bouncing issues, but it still got some data packets back in with science, so it was good. It's actually been a success. This is a groundbreaking achievement of engineering and science, And do you know what this story I saw was about? Matt Taylor, who's one of the scientists who worked on the landing stage of the lander, as I understand it, or at least on the lander. And he worked in the mission, whatever. They all have a job, but it is a group effort, And this guy, he's a cool guy. I really like him. He is covered in tattoos. He wears, he looks like he should live in California, to be honest, because he wears like Vans. Well, it looks like Vans or skate shoes or flat Converse or something. I fucking know, shorts and like a Hawaiian shirt. And he looks like a cool dude. And that's really good for science, because before now, you think of a scientist, you think of either someone completely insane looking, or brown trousers. No, brown trousers are doctors. Sorry. Like grey trousers and a green fucking tweed jacket with leather elbow patches. That's the true scientist you're thinking of. Well, these days we need scientists like Matt, or people who are much more obviously publicly seen, like Brian Cox. Okay, I'm not saying he has some amazing fashion statements, but what I'm saying is, he's a younger guy. He can talk to the younger audience and really get people into science, because that's the most important thing of humans can ever work towards, in my opinion, and that is science, because it is going to give you the answers and solutions to everything else that you would possibly need to know. And if it doesn't involve science, well then it's probably make-believe. The first thing about this is the way that the media has really gone nuts over his tattoos, and that's good, I suppose. Maybe they are doing that purposely to show, look, he's a scientist covered in tattoos. I mean, literally, double sleeves, both legs, he is covered. And I think it's great. As some of you may know, I have tattoos, and I have still had people sort of think differently of me because I have tattoos and piercings, and it's very bad. Well, I've talked about that before. Anyway, it was almost as if they're like, oh my god, this scientist has tattoos? As if they've just discovered that you won't amount to anything if you have tattoos and piercings wasn't right. Like, they'd only just discovered that. But the thing that really got to me, really pissed me right off, is some feminists had a go at him for had this like Hawaiian shirt on, which did have some, they're calling them semi-naked women. No, the most you saw was a woman in lingerie. And it wasn't really scanty particularly, it was, it was stylish. Basically, some feminists kicked up a load of shit about this shirt, saying it was sexist and it was scaring women out of science. His one shirt. His achievement is out-trumped because they think his shirt is sexist. Fuck off! Okay, yeah, the shirt wasn't the best idea. However, it was designed and made and gave to him by a female friend of his. How much more authorization from the female, world do you want than for a woman with a real vagina to have given that shirt to him? She didn't find it offensive when she made it. I mean, if there was a woman there wearing the same sort of Hawaiian shirt with some hunky men all over it, wouldn't you think that nothing would be said? Of course nothing would be fucking said, because you can say anything you like about a straight white male. It is the only way you can say something to someone in an insultive way, or way that you're questioning them, without someone turning around and saying you have an ism or you're an ist. It got into such an uproar that Matt had to sit down and publicly apologise for wearing his shirt, saying it was a big mistake. And I feel so sorry for him. He's spent all these years learning all the stuff that he has to get to the position he is in life. He spends years developing, this Rosetta space mission. And then, after 10 years of waiting, it actually works. Okay, there were some problems, but it works, and they get science back. And on that day, or in the time surrounding it, he ends up in tears for making a mistake about wearing a shirt which someone found offensive. To be honest with you, the only people who are actually going to say anything on this with any great, you know, venom, without backlash of being called sexist or something, is women. So if you're a girl and you watch this, are you offended by the fact that he had that shirt on? It's what you say the news. No,
Can you have one thing that
I don't know at this
really
point in time.
enjoy?
Obviously, I only know from one phone call with what's going on, and it might be.